Well, hello again. In this clip then, we'll show you how easy it is to apply the early years free entitlement when you're using the Preschooler. Before we do that though, let's have a quick look at our price list, shall we? We'll go to management here, edit the price list. Here's an example of a price list. You can see here, look, we've got an 8 till 6 session and we're charging £40 for that. We're charging £40 when the child's under 2, we're going to charge the same when they're over 2. If your setting is different, then you would charge the under 2 rate there and the over 2 rate there. We've also got here, look, a 9 till 4 session. We're charging £35 for that. And we're saying, in this example, we're going to charge £2 extra for the meals. We've got another session here, look, an 8 till 1 session, £25. And once again, we're going to charge £2 extra for the meals. Another example, look, we've got a 9:15 till 2:45 here. We'll say we're going to charge £22 for that. It's 5.5 hours long, but we're going to have a half-hour lunch break here where the parents only pay for the lunch club of £2.50, and they won't be paying any fees for that half-an-hour lunch club other than the £2.50 for the meal. At the top here too, look, we've got an AM that's totally free and a PM that's totally free. So this will be your price list. You could build it and have as many sessions in there as you want to. So let's just click finished here. So here we are then looking at my samples, and you can see that my samples bookings are 8 till 6 on a Monday, 8 till 6 on a Monday, 8 till 6 on a Friday. If we have a quick look at that charge invoice now, you can see here, look, 8 till 6 Monday, Wednesday and Friday, of £40 each day, making a total of £120 for the week. So let's go a step further. That would be charging the parent now as if there was no such thing as early years funding. But if we modify the sessions, all we have to do is tell the system how many free hours that child is claiming, and if you'll see here the red F, that will denote that you have taken some early years free entitlement off. You can also click here, look, and you'll see there's the normal fees, 15 hours per week claiming, amount to £60, leaving a net figure of £60 fees due. Let's have a quick look at our invoice now then. And here we can see, look, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 5 hours claiming Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Chargeable hours, 5 and 5. Hours attending 30, hours claiming 15, hours chargeable 15, £60. So you can see, with the Preschooler, all you have to do is charge the parents as if there was no such thing as funding, and if that child is claiming, just simply enter into these green boxes here the amount of hours claiming. For example, that could be 10 hours there. So let's look at our invoice now. Attending 8 till 6, claiming 10 hours, leaving 0 fees to pay. Hours attending 30, hours claiming 30, hours chargeable 0. So let's try another example. We'll modify sessions again. This time, look, we'll say that the child is attending 8 till 1. And they're doing that 5 days a week. Okay? We'll say that the child is claiming 3 hours, £15 hours total for the week. Apply the change, copy down. Have a look at our invoice now. And you can see, look, the child's attending 5 days a week at 8 till 1. They're claiming 3 hours a day. 2 hours chargeable per day, plus the meals. If you remember, in our price list for this particular session we were charging extra for meals. So hours attending 25, hours claiming 15, hours chargeable 10. £50 due, plus the cost of the meals, £10. We'll try a different example this time. Modify sessions. This time we'll say that the child's attending for 5 free mornings. We charge him free, so the child wouldn't be claiming any funding on those days, because we haven't charged the child anything anyway. Have a look at the invoice now. So what we've done in this instance here, we haven't charged the parents anything at all for those fees. They've been completely free. You can do it that way, but far easier for you to charge the parents on the one hand and then take the 3 hours off on the other hand and let the system do it for you. For example, look, let's just have a quick look at this here. Look, if you remember in our price list we had this 9.50 to 2.45. We'll say that the child has attended just 3 days here. Look, 9.15 to 2.45. I'm claiming 15 hours for the week. Okay. If you can recall, when we did our price list, it was 5.5 hours long, but we had a half an hour lunch club at £2.50. So you see the system has calculated that for you. It's taken the 3 hours off and just left the meal price in there. Quick look at our invoice again. There it is, look. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 9.15 to 2.45, claiming 5 hours a day. That just leaves a half an hour for the lunch club, which we're charging £2.50 for. Hours attending 15, hours claiming 15, hours chargeable 0, but we are charging for 3 lunch clubs, £7.50. You will notice here, look, this weekend is the 20th of October 2017. This particular setting is closed for the week there at half term. So no fees are due, and of course no funding will be deducted either. We'll just add some further weeks here, shall we? We've added our weeks now right up until the end of December, and you can see here that we're closed Christmas Day and Boxing Day, so we're not charging for that day, so we won't be taking any funding off either for that day. Now, depending on how your setting operates, for example, your setting may only open for the school term, which is fine, so the system will only charge for the school term, and it will only take the funding off for the 38 weeks of the school year. However, if your setting does open all year round, and your accountant does allow it, you could stretch the funding. So instead of taking 15 hours off a week, you could simply take 11.4 hours off a week, and then the parents would pay the difference. If we just have a quick look at our invoice now, you see here, look, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday attending, 5 hours claiming that day, 5 that day, 1.4 hours that day, 11.4 hours for the week, stretched over the year. So we'll leave a balance to pay on the Wednesday. So once again, look, hours attending 15, hours claiming 11.4, hours chargeable 3.6. £15.84 and £7.50 for the meals. If your setting does open all year round and you don't want to stretch the free entitlement, for example here, look, for that particular week, we could just zero the free entitlement out, and the system will then calculate the fees as normal for those weeks outside of the free entitlement period. We've also given you a handy tool so that you could globally do that for all children. You would simply go to management at the top here, for the advanced. You select the week there, for example, and simply click on zero out the free entitlement. So that would globally change it for all the children, and it would zero out the free entitlement for any chosen week. So the parents will get charged normal for those weeks outside of the free entitlement period. As you know, over the years, the free entitlement has become very complicated. But you can see with the preschooler, if you just charge the parents their normal fees as if there was no such thing as funding, then if the parents are claiming 3 hours, just put the 3 hours in the green boxes here and the system will do the rest for you. Another feature of the preschooler, which we haven't explained, this column here, if you enter an amount there, £50 for example, it will charge the parent the normal fees, then take the £50 off, leaving the balance to pay. So you can manually override the calculations if you want to. You'll see here what we've done here. We've entered £50 there, so it would charge the parent 66 minus the 50 plus the meals, leaving that balance there to pay. So 2 ways of applying the early years free entitlement. So thank you for watching this video clip.